Hi, welcome into my channel. This channel is about against the Big Bang, but I sick and tired about telling you that the Big Bang is false. So being a philosophy, I started to speak about philosophy. See to if I get some people to my channel. So I cut from some videos like this.
I follow everything. I just, it just doesn't compute with me to be free will when it's all still determined. I agree they're very good at avoiding, but that's just the product of evolution, having dealt with this sequence of material things that have occurred at the subatomic level.
You see, I cut from some videos and I comment them. Like you are writing a book and you mention somebody, so you cite somebody. So they say that you do not read books anymore. But if you understand that YouTube is greater than maybe than any books, it is the quality in reading. Your mind is getting strong. But if you take the bad books, like you have movies better than they wrote books, like in old times. And in this manner you can have philosophy, I'm telling you, and it is like you are listening to. So you see, I cut some question like this and I commented, you see,
because you begin to realize that the competence that robot is determined to have is the competence
That's
that
what I
we
want.
care about.
Yeah, that's right.
It's the can-do.
Yeah.
And these competences are simply orthogonal to the question of determinism. They're just not on the same dimension as the issue of physical determinism.
So this is the way I make my videos. If you know, I'm saying like a tea science, coffee science, something to drink, a pretext for drink. This is a coffee, so I pour some milk. So this is about free will, if you understood. From Closer to Truth channel, about determinism, Dennett. Okay, I studied philosophy. So it is an old, he says that it in an old times, like few attitudes towards the liberty, free will. Will, you see, liberty is another thing, and the will is correlated with power, and but it is like in an old attitude of determinist, physical determinist. Physical determinism was like in when the period of Newton, Leibniz period in 1600s, by 100 years, by Immanuel Kant times. And they disvolved this language of determinate, like causal determinate, like in a physical manner, because they were understanding that the physics are causes physics, and somehow they are believing that the physics entails somehow a determinate causes, a determinate causality of will. But how do I tell you in my channel to have some causes, physical causes, and to be like unified causes, to have some kind of determinism. The physics must be done in a good manner, but it's false. I'm telling you, quantum mechanics, even Newton, Leibniz are two different equations for mechanical movements. So for Einstein, so I'm telling you, what's the causality? This is to have a good theory of determinism, than to say that to speak like this, like Dennett, like, okay, you have some determinant, so you understand. So you must have a good way of seeing the causality. The causality, Immanuel Kant causality is a metaphysical one. But Einstein says for him the cause is the derivative function. They take a function and derivative once, because you see, this is the only kind of cause. Only kind of cause. A cause is metaphysics. So if you speak like in a determinate manner like this, you suppose that it's a single way of seeing the causality. But if you have this single way of derivative function, forced derivative, you see, if you know f function, derivative function, Einstein cause, like this, and this is the only object that the physicists have. You understand that not entire reality is it comports with a cause and an effect from this cause and effect, causality. And but this manner of speaking is metaphysical, philosophical, and philosophical determinist. You see, and you are believing that somehow is a result of physics. So this, you understand some problems. You have f function derivative, first order and second order derivative. This is the entire reality. So you see, it is metaphysics. A causes B, A causes B. It is a metaphysical. It is from relation. Like A causes B. You see, you have a cause. The means cause is B. Nietzsche says the cause is not something that pushes and pulls until the B is produced. So you understand, like the causality. Now it is not what Einstein says f derivative function. It is single form of causality. In chemistry even there's not a single process of causality. So now if you put this like a determinist, the cause is a metaphysical rash. So Immanuel Kant said the cause is like from categories, and the category is a relation. So A is related to B somehow. If you see in a temporal manner, like from the time A is the present and proceeds towards the time, you will believe that you must have somehow a total disorder, that you have somehow free will. So now you go wrong in this manner. So this is the MMI videos. I let you hear another part from Dennett and this closer to true.
I think that's right. I think we have to recognize that, sure, there are varieties of free will, the traditional varieties, which who cares whether we've got them?
Yeah.
The varieties that matter, the varieties of free will worth wanting, as I've said, are perfectly compatible with determinism. Now, do we have to give up something? Yeah, we have to give up some of the ideology about freedom. Yeah. We also have to give up something, and good riddance to it, about blame and responsibility. We have to realize that being responsible for what you do is not quite as earth-shakingly metaphysically awful or terrible or wonderful as the tradition would have it.
That would scare some people.
Okay, so if you understand, if you have now the causality, it is metaphysical. You have the property in a metaphysical mind to say that something proceeds after something with a cause. But not the entire physicality is defined with a single way of formula cause. So now if you are saying that you predict some event, you understand? So this way was like a physical determinist, but it is wrong somehow. You believe somehow that you can unite in a single formula or reality. So in this manner, you can escape this by believing that somehow it is internal, but the reality itself, it is not a single cause, like causality, like a derivative function, first order, or like Einstein said, this is the entire reality. Is not. The causes are multiple. The ability of the mind to put them in a single case does not proves to you that the reality is one. Like you are saying, like a mechanical processes, you see. So but if you have some order, A causes B, but A causes B in different times, different ways, and you cannot pull this in an entire single law of causality, like only metaphysical one. So the physicists take these determinists, put them on causality, but not understanding in current manner. The causality in the world, in the physical world, may be, but let's say that you have 1,000 ways of causal things. You observe 10,000 causes, like chemical causes physical manner, and light causes, and energy, and all of them. You see, you suppose a rational mind, like in Immanuel Kant processes, to gather this in a single order category, like a cause, relation from a category, one, multiple, unity, everything. You see, A implies B, causes B, relation. But this relation, you have only the ability to put it in a single unity, but it is diverse. Implies a rationality that knows a metaphysic way, like to produce the matter. You understand? So in this manner, you cannot speak in a correct manner. So somehow they give up, and this, you see, causality, determinism, but you must break this up to understand that even in a physical manner, they put this like in a disordered manner, quantum mechanics, false physics, and somehow like a Newtonian way, everything is causal and determinate, and okay, not every object of the physical reality is some with a function like Newtonian function, like that, or you cannot predict everything with a single way of causing, you understand. So in this manner, you have to understand that the internal will.
You know, if I pose the question the other way, if I did suppose that at the quantum level there was the indeterminism, that really wouldn't give me free will either. That would just give me some random choice.
Exactly. Now you got two robots. One of them has got a quantum randomizer in it, and the other one doesn't. It has just a regular pseudo-random number generator. Which one do you want?
Right.
Those are going to be just the same.
Right. That may be even worse. So I hate to tell you the conclusion I seem to be coming to. I'm embarrassed to tell you, but I seem to feel that if either determinism or indeterminism, if it's all physical, that free will, there's something wrong with that definition, or there's something wrong with free will.
Exactly.
I can't deal with a traditional definition of free will under either scenario, determinism or indeterminism, unless I add something extra and some non-physical stuff. Then I can get my free will.
Well, so much the worse for the traditional notion of free will.
So I have many things to say, that the will, that it is internal, it can be free will, but not even the physical world is not correct to say that it is determinist. But not even the second way of treating, like quantum mechanics we have seen the world. The world is metaphysical way programmed, and you observe multiple relation and causes, and it must be a disorder. You have A causes B. So how do you want to proceed an element to be after an element? It is so anteriority and posteriority. A causes B. A is before B. A is before B. And you observe some relation. But this is not implies a determinist way of the physical matter even. Not even so I have many things to say. This is my second video on free will. So let it like this. Dennett, cause, metaphysicals, the relation category Kant, and they are putting like only two this white and black, black and white. Like so, in traditional manner, they was wrong, and they speak even in traditional manner, saying by the determinist and cause, but they do not understand that the cause is a metaphysical way. So it is somehow the world itself is the physical world implies a degree of freedom, because there are multiple metaphysical causes. But now the intellect and the subject, knowledge subject, you see in a forest, they have two roots. Like you are believing that this is the choice. You live a phenomenon. But I will speak more by this, about absolute freedom, absolute liberty, relation between absolute, like God. We are a model of God, let's say. You have an absolute will only if you can cause a world. You see, you must have the power, or you can have a limited will and you still be free. or if you understand. So my second video on free will, I have many things to say. I was sick and tired about the Big Bang, and being the philosophy, I said maybe they will come from this in this manner in my channel, and when we'll see philosophy, some they are interested. I have music and I'm against the Big Bang, but I say maybe I can attract somebody from to understand that the Big Bang is false, but through this philosophy maybe I can bring them into my channel. Okay, so I know the subject, my second video on free will. The world itself is not determined, if you understand. And if you speak about a spiritual substance or will of a person, a relation between rationality, power, will, like an internal decision, they are not coordinated but an external processes. But even if the external processes are not determined in how do you are believing with a single way of causing a reductionist cause. Okay, goodbye. God bless. My second video on free will, causality and determinism, I will name it. Goodbye.